Hello and welcome. I'm Hutch, and today's lesson is all going to be about hybrid picking. So this is one of those lessons where it'll have all the information I wish I had in one place when I first started learning this technique. And the best way to start is with this very simple 2-note exercise. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to get our fourth finger and we're going to play the 12th fret on the 4th string. The second note is going to be the first finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. And all we're going to do is play this rhythm. So I'm doing pick, middle, pick, middle. And the rhythm will be this. Now, there's a couple of things I need to explain here. One thing that happens is we have right and left hemisphere players. Now, what I mean by that is when we're looking at our middle finger, the string, where I pluck the string, comes more from the left-hand side on my finger. So that's my thing. Other people are on the other side, on the right-hand side, and some people will be in the middle. Okay, but as I say, I'm more left hemisphere. So just understand that, you know, where your finger naturally plucks, that's okay, and it all depends on sort of like how you have your picking hand position anyway. So that's the first thing. The other thing is when we do this technique, we pick, and then we do our middle finger, and then you'll notice what happens to the hand after that. Immediately the pick and the hybrid, or the middle finger, clamps back on the string almost as one motion. And that's what this exercise is for, because we want that to happen. This is a brilliant thing about hybrid picking because you've got this natural muting of the string that you're doing with your middle finger. We've got the licks now. So lick number 1. Now this is based off the Paul Gilbert picking exercise that was super famous off his Intense Rock Video 1 that I spent most of my life trying to play. But it's also great for hybrid picking. We're just going to split this up into 2 halves. So we're going to have hammer-ons and then we're going to have like the pull-off part, right? So this is what we're going to play. That's what we're aiming for. Now I'll break it down. Simply, we've got our first finger on the 9th fret, and then we've got the 10th fret, and then the 12th fret, and then we're going to use our middle finger to play the 9th fret on the 3rd string. So again, we're just going to pick, hammer, hammer, middle. And you can see that hand resetting, can't you? So the next part of this is to do the pull-offs. Now, what's really useful about this in terms of the right hand is it can feel a little bit awkward starting a lick with the middle finger. So it's a great way to just get that under your fingers, to get used to that. And then we can put the 2 halves together. Now, one thing to bear in mind that's really, really important is we want to blend the pick and our middle finger in with the sound of the legato. What we don't want to do is over-accent the sound of the pick or over-accent the sound of the middle finger. We want it all to be blended together, all right? So that, you're going to have to listen very, very carefully to the attack of both your pick and your middle finger. All right, so that is lick number 1. Okay, so now this moves us neatly on to lick number 2. This is based again on that Paul Gilbert sequence, but this time we're going to use a E minor 9 arpeggio. So we're going to start with the first finger, and that's going to be on the 7th fret. We're going to hammer the 9, and we're going to hammer on 12, and then middle finger on 7 on the 2nd string. And we can literally hammer and then descend with our pull-offs. And that's the sound we get. Now we can start adding to this because we can do a rolling bar, very much a similar style to Greg Howe, Richie Kotzen would do. Now, this can be a little bit awkward if you haven't done it for the first time, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to transition from the third string to the second string using the fourth finger. So in other words, we'll get this. I'll do that again. All right, so if we add those two sequences together, that's what we get. Now, again, practice this. Just rolling round. Sounds great. But we're going to add one more note to this, okay? And that is, again, we're going to use this fourth finger. And the fourth finger we're going to use to play the 12th fret on the first string. So there's going to be a string skip there. So this is the first of our string skipping. So that's what that'll sound like. Now, put those three parts together, we get this. And we can get up to some terrifying speeds. All right, we've got lick number 3 now. This is based on an E minor 11 arpeggio. And we're simply going to ascend in groups of 4 with string skipping diatonically within the arpeggio. Sounds great, yeah? Sounds complicated, but let's get into it. So the notes that we're going to play are first finger on the 7th fret on the 5th string, and we'll go 7, 10, 12. Skip a string, we're on the 3rd string now. Middle finger is going to play the 7th fret. That's our first group of 4. So now what we do is we just go to the 10th fret now with our 3rd finger, and we're going to play 10, 12, 7, 9. Now that itself is a nice little exercise, look. You go up and down that and, you know, it'll all be good. Continuing the sequence, we're now to our 4th finger on the 12th fret 5th string, and we'll play 12, 7, 9, 12. And that's the first part of this lick. So I'll just play through that nice and slow. All right, next part of this, we're going to continue ascending, and we will play 7, 9, 12, 7. Second finger now is going to play 9, 12, 7, 10. Another one of those cool exercises there. Just saying. And then continue 12, 7, 10, 12. And that is the end of it. All right. Okay, so again, practice this nice and slowly before speeding it up. So this is what it'll sound like. All right, up to tempo. And there we go. And that is our final lick. Right, so hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you found this pretty useful. Please do subscribe to this channel and like and get the notifications, because there's like loads of cool stuff happening here, especially on the live performances, and hope to see you on a live. If not, I'll see you on the next one of these lessons. All right then, bye for now.